Greetings, family. Today is Sunday. I am going to do some words of wisdoms today. And for those of you who like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the family. So, today's topic, I am going to talk about spontaneous awakening. And so, I'm going to kind of dive deep into talking about spontaneous awakening, um, particularly about awakening and what it is. And spontaneous awakening for me, and this may not be for everyone, but this is for me, is a powerful concept because it is not something that is planned, sought out, or expected, but rather it's something that occurs when the timing and the circumstances align perfectly for the transformation, for the transformational shift, and when you can put it into perspective or your awareness. So that's my interpretation of a spontaneous awakening. Now, this type of awakening can happen in any aspect of life. So it can happen with an emotional, intellectual, spiritual, or even a physical concept or something happening to you. Personal experience and universal impact does play a big part on your spontaneous awakening. And so everyone has experienced moments of sudden realization, clarity, or insight. And these are often unprompted, unexpected, and sometimes feel like a breakthrough in understanding who we are, what we want out of life, and how we relate to the world around us. So, spontaneous awakening can be small, like understanding the truth about yourself, or it could be a massive truth that you have discovered, or like a radical shift in your life's direction. So, kind of when you want to explore the idea of spontaneous awakening and how it occurs, it is significant and it has the potential as it has to shift the course of our lives in a profound way. So, we'll dive into why these awakenings are important, how we can invite them, and what they mean for our personal and collective growth. Now, what is spontaneous awakening? Good question. As I stated, it is unexplained, often unexpected moment of deep realization, clarity, and or insight that can shift one's perspective in an instant. Unlike gradual awakening processes, a spontaneous awakening is sudden and usually comes with a deep emotional or intellectual jolt. It can also manifest itself in different ways, such as a change of your thought pattern, a new understanding of a problem, or a shift in our sense of self or our connection to others. So let's kind of explain spontaneous awakening. So they're personal epiphanies. So when you have a personal epiphany, that means like almost a deja vu moment or just something like a light bulb moment that just kind of goes off. So spontaneous awakening, sometimes it happens through a moment of intense emotional conversation, or it could be an event or even a piece of art or something that triggers a new awareness. Okay. Now, it could also happen through spiritual awakening. So often described in spiritual or philosophical terms, one can experience a sudden shift in their consciousness or understanding of the universe itself or their life. And then it could also happen in a moment of insight. And in the realm of creativity, innovation, or problem solving, spontaneous moments of brilliance can also appear out of nowhere. So, the role of your intuition and your subconscious mind. Often, the spontaneous awakening emerge from the unconscious mind, and they are accumulated of previous experiences, knowledges, and feelings that suddenly come together to form a coherent insight. So these moments of clarity are less often about linear thinking, but more about holistic and innovative knowing. So let's talk about the role of the mind and the body in the awakening process. So the mind constantly processes information at various levels of consciousness. And sometimes, when those conditions are right, the subconscious mind breaks through into conscious awareness. So, physical experiences too can trigger spontaneous awakenings, and a sudden emotional release, a moment of intense physical activity, or even stillness in meditation can often open the door to new insights. So, the influence of environmental and circumstances often play in spontaneous awakening, and that happens when we least expect them. So, during a quiet moment, a crisis, or even a random encounter with someone who offers a different perspective that we've never ever considered, those things also influence, and that's a part of our environmental and circumstances. Also, environmental factors such as nature, art, or even certain sounds can also spark spontaneous awakening. So these things tap into the deeper layers of our subconscious and our consciousness, and sometimes even trigger a breakthrough. So, timing and serendipity. So these are elements of timing in the moments. These ideas that we may not be ready for a particular insight until the moment is right. So these awakenings are often serpentatious, appearing when we are most often um, in need of them. Okay, so that's that serendipity. Um, Examples of these could be, for instance, Isaac Newton's discovery of gravity is often used as an example of a spontaneous insight that came from seemingly a simple event of a falling apple. And then you also have Carl Jung idea of collective unconsciousness, was the insight that he had after years of studying the unconscious. But it came together for him in a flash of clarity during an intense period of self-reflection. So what is the impact of spontaneous awakening? So one is personal growth. So spontaneous awakening can serve as a turning point in our lives. They give us access to deeper truths about ourselves and about the world and the people around us. And also it leads to profound personal transformation. It also helps us break free from limiting beliefs or outdated thought patterns, guiding us toward a more authentic path. It also has shifts in perspectives. So often, the impact of spontaneous awakening is that changes the way we see everything. For example, someone who experiences a spontaneous awakening may find that they suddenly perceive the world as interconnected, or that they gain the courage to make long awaited change in their life. Then you have the creative and intellectual innovation. So many of these breakthroughs in art and science and technology have come from spontaneous insights. So creativity often arises from a moment of aha, when all of the puzzle pieces fit together in a new and surprising way. So, there can be examples of this. So, Steve Jobs and the creation of the Apple products. His hidden insights were deeply tied to moments of clarity that transformed his approach to technology and design and what we currently use even to make these videos today, an Apple phone. So the ripple effect on others. So there is a ripple effect of a spontaneous awakening. And when someone experiences a spontaneous awakening, it doesn't just impact them, it can inspire and spark change in those around them. And people who awaken often share their insights with others, creating a ripple effect that can lead to a broader social shift in the universe. So, cultivating these conditions for spontaneous awakening. So, the openness and the presence. So, one of the keys to fostering spontaneous awakening is being open to the possibility of them. You want to be open to a spontaneous awakening. You want to be open to a shift. You want to be open to receiving knowledge that maybe you was not aware of. You want to be open to um, being able to understand that getting information that you may not have known about and how it can totally shift your life. It can shift it for the positive, but it can shift it for the negative. But either way it go, it's all in your perspective and how you look at it. So being present in that moment without rigid expectations allows you to be receptive to new insights and new ideas. So practices like mindfulness, meditation, creative exploration encourage that openness and create the environment where spontaneous awakening can occur. So you want to embrace that uncertainty. So sometimes spontaneous awakening can often occur when we let go of the need to control every aspect of our lives. Accepting uncertainty and allowing things to unfold naturally opens up space for insight to emerge. Then you have the creative space for silence and reflection. So, in our busy world, our day to day life, we rarely have moments of true silence and reflection. We allow space of quiet contemplation, whether through natural walks, so, or journaling, or just sitting still and create the fertile ground for spontaneous insights. Because we're so busy with the world around us, we're so busy watching TV, being on YouTube, and just having our insights on other things. But when you do have those moments of quietness, of stillness, there are moments for that quiet contemplation and for journaling and things that create fertile ground to become an insight. So you take those risks and you face those challenges. So sometimes the most profound awakenings come from moments of discomfort or challenge, or when we push beyond our comfort zone. Our mind is forced to find new ways of thinking or problem solving, which can lead to moments of sudden clarity. So, I want to kind of conclude this by embracing the power of our spontaneous awakening. So, just a quick recap. So, in this words of wisdom, spontaneous awakening is a powerful force, one that can lead to a deep personal transformation and shift the course of our lives. The moments of sudden insight come when we least expect it and often changes the way we see the world, ourselves, and our place within it. We want to encourage oneness and openness. Embrace the idea that at any given moment, you might be on the brink of a spontaneous awakening. So stay open to unexpected insights, trust the process, and allow yourself to be present to the unfolding of your own transformations. And for my final thought, in the words of wisdom, spontaneous awakening may be unpredictable, but they are always powerful. The more we allow ourselves to be open to change, to the unexpected, we invite more of these moments of clarity that can guide us toward deeper understanding and personal growth. So, my words of wisdom poem is called The Spontaneous Awakening. The spark ignites within a sound, a sudden shift, a pulse unbound. In stillness deep, the mind once bound now wakes to life, the truths profound. No warning, no soft call or sign, a rush of light, a sudden climb. The world unfolds, its edges fine. Every thought becomes God's divine. A fleeting moment, yet it stays. A shift within, a chance that sways. In chaos grip, it cuts the haze and shows the path through tangled ways. It's not the plan, the steady course, but winds that shift with hidden force. In spontaneous awakening source, we find the truth, the joy, and the force. I have awakened. Have you? Have a good evening. Like, share, and subscribe. I love to have you on my Words of Wisdom page. Have a good day.